On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Jessica Haas, file number 24-01938. Council appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hayden Lawrence here on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Yeah, Your Honor, Daniel Lobo, the approved law firm on behalf of Ms. Haas, is appearing as person is present to my right.
Okay, today's the date that's set for a pretrial. There's a operating with a blood alcohol content greater than 0.17 and operating under the influence of controlled substance schedule 1. How are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, we would request an adjournment, perhaps 45 days out, to allow for a substance abuse assessment as well as some additional discovery that the city will be producing to Mr. Noble.
That is correct, Your Honor.
September 23rd at 9:30. Additional matters for today's meeting.
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
We'll get your notice this year. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Melissa Orban, file number 19-03854 and 19L25160112. Council appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hayden Lawrence here on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutton, on behalf of Ms. Corbin, who stands to my right.
Okay, let's see. Today's the date that was set for a pre-trial, and I have a no opt and expired. And let's see. But she did have a speed in a work zone back in February 2021. She was to pay $100. She owed $315 and requested a 30-day adjournment. And she failed to appear. Did she pay that one? $19L25160111. How much is your? So it's 164. Okay, she was 164 on that. I'll be resolving this.
Your Honor, I believe at this point we would be requesting an adjournment. It's my understanding she's got an appointment with the Secretary of State scheduled to correct this issue, but I will defer to Ms. Sutter for further.
That's correct, Your Honor. It looks like she is eligible to appeal her license and make some effort towards regaining a valid license. She does have an appointment scheduled with the Secretary of State for August 19th. She's also trying to obtain her birth certificate right now to do that.
We adjourned that for this reason before. She didn't show up 3 years. I'm waiting 3 more years to get this resolved. And she didn't even pay the fine she was supposed to pay in 2021. Why not?
At the time, I have a lot of things going on. My daughter had recently been diagnosed with autism, and then I lost my place to live, and I had to move up north for a while. And it kind of
Why didn't you go back to court? When court dates? You're supposed to be here March 2nd, 2021.
It's been so long, I really don't remember how.
You don't remember how what?
I've seen a different judge last time.
It's not me, it's my handwriting.
Oh.
You were here, you had a different attorney. And I set aside some Secretary of State late fees. I waived some things for you to help you get it resolved. Because you had failed to appear in 2019. This is a 2019 ticket. So there was a default judgment that was entered. I set it aside. You indicated you wanted to go and get your license reinstated. So I set it for a date, a month out, so that you can do that, and then you never came back. And so now I'm trying to understand why you didn't come back before I decide whether or not it's appropriate to set this out again, just to find out if you're gonna come back or not.
Was going through a lot of bad things back then, and I wasn't, taking care of my responsibilities. I had a drug problem back then, but
And so you have a appointment with Secretary of State when?
the 19th at 3:30. And my next step when I leave here is the clerk's office, so I can file, get my birth certificate. That's what I can't find it.
Are you employed?
I'm a stay-at-home mom. My two special needs kids. My daughter has autism. My oldest is legally blind.
I'm inclined to believe you're not gonna get anything if you don't pay this ticket. But I had already tried to, I tried 3 years ago, or more than 3 years ago at this point. Almost 4 years ago, to waive the Secretary of State late penalty and fee on there for you. Because I know that the fact that that was in default would have triggered issue for your license and you didn't pay it. So at this point, you may have likely accrued a new one, I don't know. But you still didn't pay it, so you're gonna have to get that paid. I'll have a date after the 19th.
And Your Honor, if I may. If it's at all possible to have maybe a week or two beyond that, I don't know if there's anything that she'll need to do with Secretary of State after the 19th date.
She doesn't come back to court, so I need to know what happened at the 19th.
August 26th at 9:30.
August 26th at 9:30. You have any questions today, ma'am?
Can I make a payment on that today?
Yeah, you can go to the criminal traffic window and make a payment on that. How much are you gonna pay today?
I think I only have $20 in my pocket. It's not much, but
Additional matters for today's record.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Nothing further, thank you.
Moving to your notice to appear, ma'am. I think that's a lot of that part. Have we seen Michelle Vincent or,
She's with us on Zoom, Your Honor. I could see her earlier.
okay, and what about the Keisha Tyson?
Your Honor, I believe, at this point, I don't know whether she's represented by a public defender. I see from the online ROA that she requested one arraignment. However, I don't believe it's present at that arraignment, so an application wasn't.
Because she's not here.
I have not seen anyone else besides this woman here.
I do see that she requested one and the fee was not there at the time. She's failed to appear, so I'll issue a bench warrant. Okay, on the record of the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Michelle Lynn Vincent, file number 20-01288. I guess she's on Zoom.
She was earlier, Your Honor. She was on the phone call through Zoom.
I've seen her. Look, a Motorola 5G. Can you unmute, ma'am? What's your name?
Can you hear me now? Michelle
Yes, what is your name? Michelle
Vincent.
Okay. Very good. Okay, today was the date and the time. That was set for a pretrial for one count of drug paraphernalia. I don't know if you put your appearance on the record, but
Deputy City Attorney Lisa Hammond, words appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Ms. Vincent, who's joining us via Zoom today.
okay. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, at this point, the city would move to dismiss.
No objection.
Motion to dismiss is granted. You're all set, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, and I think that's all the city cases.
I believe so, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Have a nice rest of your day.
Have a good one. Todd Haywood.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, who's here on behalf of Daimler Chrysler? I don't know. Who's on behalf of Daimler Chrysler. Let's see. Who's on the Samsung SM? Sir, can you unmute, please, and give me your name? What's your name, sir? Excuse me? What is your name?
Chris Henry.
Very good, okay. Okay, Mr. McNeely, you're on that matter?
I am Judge.
Is he waiting for a quick date?
No, he is Jewish. Looking for him on Yes.
Dear Joshua Christie?
Yes, ma'am.
It should be there. I'm moving over.
Okay, Mr. Henry and then Mr. McNeely, I'm gonna put you in a private meeting room to discuss this and see if you can resolve it. Otherwise, we'll proceed with the hearing.
Thank you,
Mr.
Judge.
Henry, I need you to be stationary for a hearing. We don't want to go on a tour of your work facility with you.
Yeah, so I'm trying to see what's going on.
You're trying to see what's going on where?
With this, like, I'm just sitting here. I don't know what's happening.
Where you're waiting for your court case to be called, that's what's happening, but we don't proceed with court cases if you're not ready to do so. So if you're ready to do so, I can put you in a private meeting
Okay.
room. Okay. Mariah Stokowski,
Yes,
you can start your video, please.
yes.
Okay, and you're here for a, let's see, discovery matter. So, and then Mr. Brunette, you're here on behalf of Mr. Smith today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Pulaski, you seem to be not stationary. Are you
Oh,
prepared
I'm
to
sorry.
proceed?
Do I have to stop moving?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll put you in a private meeting room with Mr. Brunette to conduct your debtor's exam, okay?
Okay.
Okay, on the record in the matter of Daimler Chrysler Financial versus Todd Haywood, file number 07-06663 GC. Mr. Haywood is present via Zoom. It's currently 2:22. The matter was scheduled for a hearing on an objection. I think to periodic garnishment. It was scheduled for a 2 p.m. hearing. No one's appeared on behalf of Daimler Chrysler. Let's see. Okay, so you are objecting to a garnishment, Mr. Haywood?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm just trying to ascertain the reasons for your objections.
So it was not properly served upon me, number one. And number two, I've attempted to try and negotiate a payment plan, which has been rejected with no counteroffer, which I was hoping might happen today. But apparently, the attorneys on behalf of Daimler Chrysler don't want to have that conversation.
Okay, so you said that the garnishment was served on the wrong address?
Yes, ma'am. The address that is currently on file is not the address that I have lived at since 2015. And when it was served as a return receipt by my employer, the mailboxes that we use here in the mobile home community that I live in are not something that I go to on a regular basis because all my bills come to me electronically. So I was unaware of it until the garnishment began. And then when it was provided to me, it was only provided electronically. I've provided a photograph of the return receipt that I did sign for the end date for return and still have not gotten the official paperwork in the mail.
Okay, so they sent or served notice on 6 645 South Fairview Avenue. That's the address you're referencing?
That is the address that is on the court file, yes, but my employer sent it to my correct address. It's just I didn't actually get the return receipt package.
Yeah, okay. They should have given me the original file. They don't have anything in here. That's the way it's. McNeese, Mrs. McNeese, which matter are you here for?
I am here on Bank of America versus Jennifer Mencomber.
No, thank you. Okay, back to you, Mr. Haywood. I'm reviewing your file. I see your objection that was filed, and I understand the reason that you are indicating about your address. I don't know how they would have had, I'm assuming, and the only reason I'm saying I'm assuming is because I don't have a full file here, because we've transitioned from a physical file to an electronic file. I'm assuming that the address that they used to serve the garnishment was the address that the court had since the time that this case was filed in 2007. So unless, yes,
according to the court record, ma'am, all communications have gone to that 2015 address, the 645 South Fairview address.
I'm inclined to believe that. It's your responsibility to object to court when you have it, if your address was changed. So it was likely, I'm assuming, a default against you on this underlying litigation.
It was an agreed
was not?
upon. It was an agreed upon deal that was made with an attorney who is no longer with us. So I
you
can't.
had you entered a consent judgment?
Yes.
Okay, so you entered a consent judgment at the time you were living on Fairview?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so did you pay the judgment amount to
No, ma'am.
satisfy the judgment? Okay,
No,
and
ma'am.
then in 2015 you moved, correct?
Correct.
Did you notify the court that you moved?
I was unaware that I was required to do so.
Well, you're not required, but that means it's your responsibility. So that means that things will go to the wrong address. So they have properly filed and served you with the address that they had. And so that error will actually fall on you because you moved after you had a judgment that was not satisfied. And you didn't notify the court of your new address. The other concern is when you file an objection to a garnishment, the reason why that form gives you those sections where you can select is because those are actually the only reasons when the court can set aside a garnishment.
Okay.
You've not given me any of those reasons. Them not being able to have an up-to-date address is not a reason for the court to satisfy or to deem the garnishment as improper.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay, and so yeah, your position is that you were not notified until June 24th, and it was by email. So you did get some notification, and that the plaintiff has wrong address for defendant and failed to do due diligence to identify proper address. The actual due diligence really fell on you, sir. You had a pending case. You knew the address that was on that judgment, and once you change your address, if you don't update it with the court, then that means your notices to appear and other motions and things that are filed, you won't get proper notice of it because you didn't provide the court with an up-to-date address. But notwithstanding any reason that the court rule allows me to invalidate the objections, I can't find that your objection is valid. You have to give me one of the reasons under the law that makes that garnishment invalid, and that's not what I have here. But the other issue I have is that the plaintiff has failed to appear.
Yes, ma'am.
And so for that reason, I'm gonna grant your request. But I gave you that background for your own information moving forward, but they failed to appear. So I'm granting your request.
Thank you, ma'am. I would ask, I did ask as well that you grant the motion for the payment plan that I submitted.
Let's see, you submitted a request for periodic payments. Let's see. Installment payment order, I meant to say, but I'm trying to see if this gives me a thing to sign here.
And I apologize if those aren't to form. I'm not an attorney.
No, you do, I have the appropriate form for the objection. I'm just looking for where I can sign on that, but I may not be able to. Let me pull your other motion. I think this is actually a copy of the attachment you sent.
It would be a document titled Proposed Payment Arrangement.
That doesn't, they may not have entered it that way. I'm trying to, they just put notice on some of them and didn't tell me what they are. What, do you remember what day you filed it, sir?
I believe it was the 15th.
Okay,
May
that helps. If there was one thing filed on the 15th, they just titled it notice. No, that's a notice to appear, so that's not it. Let me look on the 14th. See some credit report stuff that was maybe filed. Oh, wait, proposed payment arrangement. Okay, that's probably it. You want a proposed payment arrangement where you make a payment of $50 per month?
Yes, ma'am. That is what I can truly swear that I would be able to pay every month, and that's a minimum payment.
And you indicate your financial situations. Yeah, this is not the appropriate form, so I would have to create or have an appropriate form created so that I can sign it, but I will grant your request.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you.
Thank you. You're all set.
Thank you. And that means I can leave, Your Honor?
Yes, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Got it. Okay. McNeely is all set. Let me see if I can pull. Okay, on the record, in the matter of One Main Financial Group versus Christopher Henry, that's 24-01374. Counsel, can I have your appearance?
Christopher McNeely on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay,
Yes.
and then Mr. Henry, please state your name for the record.
Christopher Henry.
Let's see. Okay, so this was a hearing on an objection to installment payment order, that's correct?
Yes,
Counsel?
Correct, Judge.
Did you all come to a resolution at all?
We did. We did, Judge. He was originally requesting a payment of $125 every 2 weeks. We did agree to stipulate to a payment of $150 per week, or every 2 weeks.
That's correct, Mr. Henry?
yes, 150 every 2 weeks.
150 every 2 weeks. Okay, I'm just looking here for, oh, there's a proposed judgment. Here. Let's see. Okay, I can amend the proposed judgment to reflect that there will be payments of $150 every 2 weeks. And are those payments still going to start August 8th?
Can they be 2 weeks from now? Oh, I see what.
Mr. McNeely, are you okay with that?
I would like one of the first payments to be before the 15th.
Okay, well, yeah, okay, the 8th for it.
15th is next week, so you said the 8th will work, sir?
Yes,
Okay, so the court will amend the order to reflect $150 every 2 weeks, of payment beginning August 8th, and sign and date that for today. Any additional matters for today's work?
No, Judge.
Thank you, you're all set.
Thank you.
all
Have a
right,
good day.
thank you.
Same
Have a
to
nice
you.
day.
Same to you. Mr. Brunette, you were all set in the breakout room.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you need a control date, or were you all set with Ms. Klapaski?
Your Honor, if it's okay with the court, I'd like to put, we reached a payment plan. I would just like to put it on the record if that's okay.
Okay, on the record, in the matter of LAFQ versus Mariah Skopaski, file number is 16-03711 GC. Ms. Skopaski, I need you to start your video. And counsel, can I have your appearance for the record?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. My name is Joe Burnett. I'm filling in for Tim Smith on behalf of the plaintiff today.
And Ms. Skopaski is present, we assume, and she's proceeding without counsel. And this was a creditor's exam, but you all come to a resolution. You can state the terms on the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Kaplansky agreed to a payment plan for $125 a month beginning on September 1st of this year. And she also agreed pursuant to the subpoena to send us her bank statements going back to April when she opened her bank account, her last 6 pay stubs, as well as her 2023 copies of the tax returns. Your Honor, we would just request, as you hinted, a control date, perhaps 30 days out, to give Ms. Skaplansky the time to get those documents to us and everything.
Okay, and Ms. Slatsky, that's accurate as to what you all discussed?
Correct.
Okay. September 5th at 10 is the control date. If you provide that information before then, the plaintiff's attorney can let us know that you don't need the hearing, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Do you have any questions for the court?
I do not.
Okay, counsel, can you provide, or are you going to provide an order for the payment plan?
I wasn't planning on it, but if the court would prefer that, we can certainly send that your way, Your Honor.
It's not required. This is post judgment, so I have no issue with it. I just wanted to know if we should expect it so I can make sure our notes reflect it accurately. So I won't anticipate an order. I'll just put that there was a resolution that was entered onto the record and that we have a control date as it relates to the financial records. Any additional matters for today's case?
That is all, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're both all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody here from McLaren? See, like from McLaren or Marion Dean Miller? Can they call that off? Oh, Andrea Graham present. Andrea Graham's failed to appear. Do you want to show cause?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Submit that through my file.
Okay, we can do that. I know that the service was through alternate service. Your Honor, are you comfortable with us continuing to mail, or would you prefer us try personal service again for the show cause?
Alternate service is fine. What is this?
Austin just brought that up.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Yeah, let's just. Yeah, alternate service is fine.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set. I don't have anybody here for PCA acquisition.
That one,
Oh. On the record in the matter of LVNV Funding LLC versus Anna Delapaz, file number 24-03369. Council appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mimi Kalish, appearing on behalf of LVNB Funding. Your Honor,
Yes.
we submitted a consent order of conditional dismissal. I filed it myself via my file this morning, and I imagine it's in your queue waiting for entry. And we've agreed to settle the matter for the amount of $622 payable over 14 months, beginning August 31st, with payments to continue on the 31st of each month thereafter.
That'll be noted on the record, and I will sign and review your order today. Any additional matters?
I do. I had one at 10 o'clock, or I'm sorry, at 2 o'clock, which you may have already received. That's also resolved. That was PCA Acquisitions versus Jeffrey Kenny, 2401126.
There was a dismissal on that one?
No, it's a consent judgment that was filed via my file this morning. It will be a consent judgment.
It says she received a dismissal. PCA acquisition. Here, our civil department emailed that they received a dismissal. Let me see what we have. PCA versus Kenny. Definitely is a consent judgment. So I just worded the email again. Yeah, they'll dismiss. It's missing some stuff though. I see. Don't see your signature on this. Though. Let's see. It says attorney for plaintiff, but then it says attorney for defendant.
What I filed via my file, Your Honor, is 3 pages. Page 2 is defendant's counsel's signature. And then the 3rd page is my signature for plaintiff, Mimi Kalish. And I also signed per attached for defendant's counsel. And at the top is a signature line for the court.
Okay, I see. Okay. Okay, I signed and dated that for today. So that's all set.
Thank you. And I did have one last matter set for 2:30, which was the matter of Velocity Investments versus Christopher Allen, case number 2403476 GC.
Christopher Allen has failed to appear. How do you want to proceed?
I would propose, I would move for entry of a non-appearance default judgment, Your Honor. And I'm prepared to file that with notice under the 7-day rule and mail a copy to Mr. Allen's residence address, and barring any objection being filed for the non-appearance default judgment to enter on the 7th day.
Oh, default will enter and order should be presented to the court under the 7-day rule.
Thank
So
you,
you're
Your
all set-
Honor.
all
Very
set on
good.
that one.
All set then. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Mr. Christie is in the courtroom. He needs to get on Zoom so he can meet with Ms. Hoffman for the joint pretrial, unless they already did that.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. No, I have not had a chance to meet with Mr. Christie.
Okay, we'll get him on Zoom. On the record in the matter of Bank of America versus Jennifer Maycomer, file number 24-03397. Council appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Hannah McNeese, P8 2477 on behalf of the plaintiff.
And so this matter was scheduled for 2:30. It's 2:48. No one's appeared on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Jennifer Maycomer. How would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, actually, Mr. Parker, opposing counsel on this case, I believe is at his Florida residence and they have a hurricane passing over them. He did send an email letting us know that. We actually have resolved this, and we're just requesting today a control date for about 30 days out so that we can send in the settlement documents.
September 5th at 10:30.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set.
Have a great day.
Same to you.
Thank you.
council, you should be in a breakout room. Okay, on the record in the matter of Lake Trust Credit Union versus Joshua Christie, file number 24-03909. Counsel, can I have your appearance?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. Doreen Hoffman, E42231 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Mr. Christie, you can come up to the table, please. Okay, and then Joshua Christie is present in the courtroom. Today was a date that was set for a pretrial on a general civil matter, so parties could either come to resolution or complete a joint pretrial statement. Counsel, how did you all proceed?
We did resolve the matter, Your Honor. We've agreed to do a conditional dismissal with the terms to be $100 a month payment starting on August 20th of 2024. I will give him the 3 options on how he can make those payments in the paperwork. And of course, there will be a provision that if he defaults on that, then we'll file an affidavit of noncompliance with this court to reinstate the matter, ask for the judgment balance, minus, of course, any payments that he's made.
That's correct, sir, as to how you want to proceed.
Yes, like I told her, towards November, my income is probably going down because the company starts to slow down because of the holiday. So I should still have some money back throughout those from November to February, maybe.
Okay.
But well, I can always get a hold of them if something changes.
Okay, so counsel, you're going to get paperwork to the court for the conditional dismissal?
Yes, I will, Your Honor. I see your e-file, so we'll file that with the court.
Okay, very good. And then the terms that she's indicated, you're willing to give her permission to sign that agreement on your behalf?
So she has to use my signature?
She'll put with permission so the court knows that you gave permission for her to sign it. That way she doesn't have to mail it to you for you to sign it and mail it back to her.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay. Any questions that you have for the court today?
Are there going to be any additional fees added on?
No, it has to be what you agreed on. She
Oh,
can't
okay, I
change.
just want to double check, that's all.
Correct. So it won't, she's not allowed to change anything. She's only allowed to sign with your permission with what you all agreed on, okay? If you have any questions for the court, you will contact the clerk's office, or if you needed to change or make a motion to change your agreement later, again, you would need to file that paperwork later, but this is just as we're proceeding today. Counsel, any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Christie.
Thank you. You're free to go.
Oh, how do I wait for the paperwork to come in the mail?
No, they'll come to you in the mail because I don't have it yet. So she's got to prepare it and then submit it for me to sign.
And how long will it take to get it in the mail? Probably within a week.
Yeah, about a week.
And if I don't get it, so
Call the clerk's office.
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.